Hello everybody, Evelina here. It's day 43 of Authentic Transformation, and in today's video I would like to talk to you about food. I know this is a very big subject and it's got only 4 letters, but this subject, it's so big. I simply believe that every single one of you can write a book called Food Alone. And why is that? First of all, you all have your own preferences. Secondly, we all need food to survive. And the third reason is that food is our most intimate connection with nature. Every single thing that you eat goes through your mouth and it gets transported to every single cell to your body. And everything that you eat affects you in a certain way. And it's not only what you eat, it's what state you were when you were eating it. Were you in a nice company? Who prepared the food for you? All these things also go into it. So it really becomes a really big subject. And when it comes to food, things are actually, in my opinion, quite simple. First of all, I really encourage you to become aware of your body and really identify when you really feel hungry. Because there are different kinds of hunger. For example, if you're hungry for something really specific, that means that you're craving something. And when you're craving something, that means that you're either malnourished and your body is looking for a certain nutrient or mineral, or the other reason could be emotional. Maybe you're trying to suppress something by getting satisfaction eating a certain thing. So once you identify that, you will make a lot better choices. Because if you're just hungry, you're nearly gonna eat, I'm not saying everything, but nearly everything. Because most people who are really craving certain things is because there are certain minerals, nutrients, or kind of emotions getting into it. So I really encourage you to listen to your own body and really eat whenever you're hungry. And if you are not very sure if you're very hungry or not, there are 2 things you can do. First thing you can do is take a glass of water, and the second thing you can do is eat a fruit, because fruit is one of the most amazing snacks that Mother Nature provides for you. And if you don't have a fruit, have a vegetable, which is also just as good. Now, the other thing that I really want to encourage you to do when it comes to food is to start looking into where your food comes from. Become really informed on the countries, if you're eating any imported food, and also if you can have somebody local that you could buy the food from, that would be absolutely brilliant. But if you don't, try to buy foods that haven't traveled too far to come to you, and also really look into every single thing that you buy. Make sure that it is really taken care of while it's being made. And of course, reducing the stuff that are in a packet will also help. The less processed food we have, the better. But this is also a process that you can gradually lean towards once you start looking into where your food comes from, what has been through with the food, especially when it comes to meat and dairy. Those are really industries that keep everything absolutely hidden. And you're very likely to take your children to do strawberry picking, but you would never take them to any of the chicken farms or any of the other animal farms, simply because it's really not the picture for anybody to see. But if you really want to do your own research and how that food affects you, it's really worth doing it. Because those industry, the meat and dairy industry, wants you to think that you need those nutrients that are in meat and dairy, when the fact is that those are really one of the most toxic foods that you eat, simply because our bodies are not designed to eat meat and dairy. We have our body structure and our mouth structure is a lot closer to the one that the lamb has than the one that the tiger has. And I really encourage you to do that. If you're interested, I'm also going to leave a link below this video where you can watch a movie, where you can find out for yourself if you're really designed to eat meat or not. And there's also one more thing that I want to share with you about food. When you're cooking food in your kitchen, really, when you're really in the mood for cooking and you're nearly singing while you're cooking, you probably have noticed that the food turns out absolutely fantastic. And doesn't matter what dish you've made, it's fantastic and everybody loves it and enjoys it. But if you decide to cook a meal, or you just have to do it in a rush and just throwing things together, sometimes it doesn't turn out so well. Or maybe you are angry, maybe you had a bad day, or maybe you had an argument. Every single thing that you put into that pan or that pot of food, just simply by you preparing it, by being angry or frustrated, affects it in a magical way, which sometimes is not very good. And there are people who could be very, very sensitive, and they can actually get sick simply by eating food that hasn't been prepared with love and care and nurturing that it needs. Because if you imagine your family eating around the table, or your friends and family eating around the table, just that thing alone, eating together with the people you love, will really make a difference in the way you eat. Because it's a kind of a celebration every time you all together sitting around the table, enjoying your company, enjoying your food. It's like a nourishment on many, many levels. This is one of the reasons I absolutely love dinner parties. And nearly every day I'm really making one with my family. That really helps, and I highly encourage you to do it. Apart from all the other things that you're going to do about food, even if you do just that one thing, make sure you have one meal a day with your family. That will transform the way you feel about food. It will be a celebration and a true appreciation of it. So, as you have noticed by this video, I'm also very passionate about food and probably a bit obsessed with it, like most people. And that's why I really encourage you to create your own way of enjoying what you're eating, of listening to your body and celebrating it as well. So with that being said, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I would love to hear your comments on food, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye for now.